She kept telling me about it. You know what I'm saying? And like a man, I approached the nigga and shit. I bat the fuck out of him. We go to fighting and all this shit, and somehow we end up in some gunplay. You know what I'm saying? Shout at the nigga and shit, boom. The nigga take off, boom. But this bitch ass nigga went call the police on me. Police came, took me to fucking jail. I'm bragging. We in the day room, nigga. I'm bragging about what I did to this nigga. Cause I'm protecting my household, my girl and shit. Muslim niggas was listening and shit. He pulled me to the side. He said, man, youngster, come on, let me holler at you. I said, what's up? He said, so you that nigga, huh? I said, yeah, I'm that nigga. He said, yeah, I heard about you and shit. You went and put them hands on that nigga and shit, shot at the nigga and shit for fucking with your girl. He said, but I just got one question for you. I said, what's that, old school? Who protecting her now? It hit me so hard, I damn near ran to the phone, nigga.
Oh, man.
You did all that, but who protecting her now?
Perspective. That's real. Damn.
So you gotta think, homie. You gotta think, man. Is it worth it? It's not. It never is. Look at my homie Big Meech.
Baby, I'm tell you right now, I don't give a fuck how you ask. I'm in the buying flights, buying ice and buying bags. I'm in the flipping bricks, you act right, you getting shit. Man, your friend keep looking at me like that, man, fucking she getting hit. I'm just playing.
Talk, please. I'm gonna talk about, I hate this nigga.
I ain't even say shit.
It happened, but I was blackout drunk. I didn't even know what I was doing. Why are you throwing us away over a stupid mistake?
You chose to put yourself in that situation. Alcohol is just the excuse you're using to avoid accountability.
Are you seriously doing this? It was one meaningless night. We have years of history together.
I'm not throwing away 3 years. I'm saving my next 30. Length of time doesn't excuse a lack of character.
You pushed me to this. You're emotionally unavailable and always working. I was vulnerable and just needed an emotional connection.
The fact that you're blaming my career for your infidelity shows me exactly who you are. You're a liability.
I was honest with you. I could have lied. You're going to destroy us over your fragile ego?
That's selfish honesty. You confess to relieve your own guilt, and it's not ego. A man with options simply doesn't tolerate disrespect.
You never even loved me if it's this easy for you to walk away.
Stop playing the victim in a situation you created. I value my peace more than this drama. Good luck.
Celebrity crush. Oh my gosh. So my celebrity crush, I thought was my celebrity crush until last night, till I found out how tall he was.
Oh no.
Yes, I was really upset.
Oh yeah.
Who is
I
it?
know who you about to say.
But my new celebrity crush, I'll say it. I don't mind. Like,
Who's
I don't know him. Aldous Hodge. I thought he was taller than what he was. I found out he was low key like
Aldous Hodge.
the actor. He's the actor.
Lori.
No.
That's the name.
At what point do you take the rubber off with your girl? Damn. Yeah, I know you all do it, so let's be honest here.
Oh, I'm answering? Y'all crazy. With my girl, first day. You got a kick out of that one. I mean, if that's your girl, second's 8. So now I say by the second, no later than the third. Well, how's that better than the first? He did a day of rubber. That's not no decency.
Sure, I'm sure I'll be speaking to him very soon, as we do have a Ryan fight coming up.
Who would that be against?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
Not sure yet. I'm hoping it's Devin Haney.
Yeah, that would be the big one.
I think that'll be the biggest fight out there for both guys. It's an opportunity for Devin Haney to obviously get revenge and vindicate himself. But for Ryan, it'll just put a stamp on his legacy once again. What he did the first time around will obviously justify, that he was ready and a better fighter the second time around.
Again, when we spoke in October, things weren't great, but then he had the fight in February, and it seemed like things were great, that fight week and whatnot. How are things between you and Ryan these days?
We're actually cool.
Okay.
We're actually cool. Look, like I said, I mean, I don't take anything personal with fighters, and I don't fall in love with fighters, and because they'll break your heart. But you know, when there's business to be done, hey, I'm right there, making sure that I want to get the best, the biggest purse for my fighters. I want to make sure that my fighter is taken care of and we're taken care of. So that's all that matters to me. I'm building Golden Boy as a brand. That's my love.
Have there been talks with Team Haney about making this fight yet?
No, there hasn't been
Okay.
any talks whatsoever. So we're hoping by July we have a fight in place here in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile, most likely, or maybe even the Allegiant Stadium. But you know, those talks will start very soon.
And when you say by July, do you mean the fight would happen in July or it'd get finalized in July?
Yeah, it could happen in July.
Okay, amazing.
Could happen.
On The Factor Uncensored, we begin with breaking news and a Factor exclusive. The Houston Rodeo is announcing here on The Factor, they're tightening up a dress code that aims at addressing what you all have been talking about, clothes worn by some that pushes the envelope of decency off the damn desk. The new dress code policy reads, clothing that is not appropriate for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo grounds includes, but is not limited to, clothing with objectionable material, including obscene language or graphics, excessively torn cloth, visible undergarments, and or clothing which by nature exposes excessive portions of the skin that may be viewed as inappropriate for a family environment. Wearing clothing, visible tattoos, or any other attire bearing the name, insignia, colors, or indicia of affiliation to a criminal street gang is prohibited on the rodeo showgrounds.
Even smelt my cat, boy. I never even sneezed on this nigga. And he up here talking about something. I ain't want to have to expose you, Clarissa. What?
You know the truth. You know I'm finna expose the truth now. And you know they gonna swipe left and see what time it is. Clarissa, you were fucking with me the long way. The only reason that you went old boy way is because a nigga poly. Everybody who know me know I'm poly. They know I got 2-3 girlfriends. And you said, bud, I don't want to be a part of that. And I said, man, you tripping. But you know I'm poly and I'm finna show the receipts that you were poly. You got mad because I went on vacation. I was with my girls. We were vibing. You know what I'm saying? I kept it player. Yeah, I'm hurt. Man, come on. How I'm gonna be hurt? I got 3 motherfucking women in my house. Come on, man. You really seriously think that? Man, a nigga 2 player for that. I keep telling you playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. You gonna make me keep showing shit that I really don't want to show. But since you want to record phone calls, guess what? I'm finna release all this footage. Yeah, on Christmas, I was inside the crib. When you was on FaceTime, Papoose, I got the video. When she FaceTiming you, guess what? I'm sitting right there in the living room. You remember this? Remember she was on FaceTime with you? Remember this? Where I'm at? At the house. Since we gonna play these games. Yeah. Shaking my head. You know, for the streets. At the same chair that I helped her get for her home woman gift. That bed, I picked out that bed. The bed with the TV.
All right. That bed, I picked out that bed. You know, that coochie, I picked out that coochie. We back, man. This is a little improv. Moses Itauma might be the chosen one. And then we're going to talk about we're going to talk about Thurman getting packed up. Where's all the Thurman fans that was in the comment section? Oh, keep going to do this and keep going to do that. And Charlo was the star last night. You know what I'm saying? He trying to bait Errol Spence into fighting him. Charlo was the real star last night. Charlo carried the card last night. He's about to smack that I don't know what reporter it was, but he's about to smack old buddy. He was about, hey, that box reporter was about to he was about to get them back end checks from out. Well, they ain't coming no more. But yeah. Yeah, he was about to smack one of the reporters, bro. He was like, man, you know what, man? Like, this shit was wild, bro. Charlo was the star last night. Carissa got ate up online last night. Most of the time, real quick, I mean, I'm highly impressed. Only thing I need to know is he a 12-round fighter? Can he take a punch? And is he good outside the UK? There's only 3 questions I got to know. But as far as the speed, the power, the accuracy, he's a natural fighter. You know, if he can take a punch, or he can move his head, you know, a little bit, he might be his division to reign. You know, he might reign over this division, but he just naturally is snappy. You know, that's one of them fast twitch guys. You know, don't got a bunch of muscle on him, but he got the right amount of muscle tone. He just fast twitchy. You know, that left hook was going through Jermaine Franklin guard at will. You know what I'm saying? That left hook was going through Jermaine, man, that he was trying to catch it. You know, he needed to roll it a lot more. He was just catching the left hook, man. He hit him with a jab that just made his whole body rock. You know what I'm saying? The franchise, I mean, dude, yeah, if he can take a punch, he can go 12, and he good outside the UK, it's his division to lose now. Should he go fight Ege Kabal next? Yeah. That's my favorite heavyweight outside of Usyk, you know, and this guy. So I would love to see it. To be honest, I think that's kind of worth price of admission. Honestly, that's more pay-per-view worthy than that bullshit they put on last night. I think that's a good $30 pay-per-view. Just for that fight alone, Itauma, Ege Kabal, you don't get those fights no more. You get a coordination fight, or what you call a coordination fight, or correlation fight, and then you get 2 top contenders. You know, I don't really count that bit bullshit as interim title, but you get an interim, you get 2 top contenders, top team, really top 5, probably in the top 5 rankings. And you get to see somebody take the torch. You know what I'm saying? You get somebody, I mean, you don't see that no more. Torch bearing is gone. They gatekeeping the torches. So you get somebody to, and it may not be like Ege Kabal got the torch, but it's like, I was watching when Michael Jackson performed Billie Jean at the Motown 25, and Marvin Gaye, if y'all don't know, Marvin Gaye actually tried out for the Detroit Lions. I got a video on my Detroit channel about it. Just put Mercy Sports Talk Marvin Gaye in. He said that he knew he was upset when Berry Gordy allowed Michael to perform Billie Jean at the Motown 25, because he was saying that I knew nobody would remember my performance if Michael performed. Now, the thing about it was, I don't think Michael was with Motown. You know, when they did Thriller, he was with Epic, I believe. So that's kind of was the red area, but the red area. But you know, Berry Gordy executive produced it with Michael Jackson. He allowed him to perform it, and it was like he took a crown. I believe he took a crown in pop that nobody else can take after that. Like, I mean, Michael Jordan never did that. Muhammad Ali, like, he had a crown that nobody can ever touch again. I mean, Thriller sold 35 million records, bro. That went diamond over 3 times, you know. So I feel like this can be Moses Itauma moment versus Ege Kabal, to really not to be crowned like that, to be like forever crowned as the king of pop or the king of whatever. But this is his crowning correlation moment. That's his moment, you know, Ege Kabal, you know. And if he beat Usyk, then it's just, you know what I'm saying, if Usyk does fight him, which I don't think it's any he's not obligated to fight him, but it would be nice to see it. That just cements him as he is him. That cements him as the king of all heavyweights. This cements him as, this is the guy. You know, even though when Floyd took that torch from Oscar De La Hoya, he still had to cement it, you know. And honestly, it only got cemented when he beat Manny Pacquiao, to be honest with you. But that's another story for another day. But this, Usyk was cement him, you know what I'm saying? So Moses Itauma, I like him. You know, no UK bias over here. I like him a lot. So it'd have been nice if Jared Anderson did his thing. It's nice if, Richard Torres, pans out so he can have a rival. But I really think boxing fumbled Deontay Wilder. I feel like Anthony Joshua fumbled that. Fury benefited from it, but they fumbled Deontay Wilder, and people talking Wilder was a bum and but you can't make another Wilder. Before Wilder, it was supposed to be, Mitchell, Seth Mitchell. Before, right around that time or a little bit after, it was supposed to be Brian Baba Jennings. Even going outside of the, America was supposed to be Irish Mike Perez, Cuban fighter that was fighting out of Ireland. They couldn't find another American guy. So right now they're in the same position. All hope really falls on the shoulders of Richard Torres right now. So that's it. Anderson, when he was crying to Roy Jones in the ring, I knew right then and there, let me know he wasn't cut for the job. But Itauma, love him. Love his fight style. People say, you just did that. Nobody did that to Jermaine Franklin. AJ couldn't do it. Dylan White couldn't do it. And I watched a bit of an interview by mistake. I clicked on it by mistake. He said something. He said, I'm paraphrasing. He said, I worked too hard. He said, I worked too hard not to be good, not to be great. And I was like, you know what? Shout out to bro, because if you're doing all that hard work and you ain't, for what if you ain't going to be the best? What's the point of it? So, and boxing is hard work. It's no conditioning like boxing conditioning. But Jermaine Franklin, I had the pleasure of meeting him. I believe I might have an interview on the channel. Definitely did a drop. Great guy. Really, really good guy. Solid fighter. Iron chin is just to go 5 with Itauma. I don't think nobody else went 5 with him. So that should put it in totality of the monster that Moses Itauma is becoming. So his demeanor seemed real relaxed too. So you got some guys like Shane Mosley, AJ, they fight tight. He's real relaxed. And maybe because he ain't as muscular as those guys, which muscle, I say this to people all the time, muscle is not an indicator of strength. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Muscle is not an indicator. I think Andy Ruiz showed y'all that. Some people are naturally more muscular. It depends. It depends on the person, right? But he said Samson Tulowitzki talking. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Says the fighter said the fights with other champions can only happen if it's with man. PBC is done, man. Sebastian Fundora is being hid from drug testing or something, bro. He capped out attention. I don't think that nigga lying, bro. I don't think niggas got to lie about no pussy, bro. But I don't know, bro. You might be right. Big G, salute. Dolomite said, what's good? Some folks were fooled that Keith Thurman was going to David Haye type performance. Yeah, when he fought that tall Vulev type of guy, bro. Keith Thurman don't have the lead hand to even set that up. I don't know much about, bro, so I'm not going to speculate. Keith Thurman didn't have the lead hand to set that up. Itauma and Torres looks like the future. I hope. For Itauma's sake, he need him. That uppercut was deadly for Mo. Man, the left hook was sick, too. He threw the left hook in. Keon Davis and Calvin Davis no longer fighting April Norfolk. Crushed my heart. Yeah, I bet blame their brother. Them people in Norfolk, don't bring your black ass here. Your brother got to pay for the crimes he's done in Norfolk. But shout out to my Virginian people. See, I haven't heard you be positive towards the fight in a while. I must really. What? I don't know. Let me think about it. You might be right about that statement. I'm trying to think. I'm always positive about the Asian little nigga, man. That motherfucker nice. Now you knew your way. I'm always positive about him. Hey, I was positive about Keyshawn Davis' victory over Jermaine Ortiz. Got to give me that. I did like Mendoza's performance yesterday with Tellums. That was a solid scrap. That and Charlo saved the card. Abdullah Mason. I didn't really like that last performance, but from him, I liked it, but I don't like a motherfucker that big down lose a job. I like him though. Him and his father definitely closed the gaps in his defense. It's just he just got to use the jab. Devin and Norman, that been a minute though. I'm trying to think. I don't. 54 can suck my jingle bells. Yeah, Diamonds beat up my boy Ammo is wild. I like Diamonds though. I had a plug on him at one point. I should have got him on. I don't think he speak English though, so I ain't translating shit. Trying to think about super middleweight. Oh yeah, I fuck with that Cuban at super middleweight. Yeah, the one that's fighting for the IBF title. That motherfucker nice. Lester Martin. I like Lester. I like Mbili. But that motherfucking Cuban at middleweight, boy, y'all super middleweight. I'm trying to tell y'all, that motherfucker gonna make shit shake. That Cuban at super middleweight, man. Super middleweight, low key the best division. Canelo might get packed the fuck up, man. Osley Iglesias, man. Canelo might get packed up. Real talk. Canelo might need to go somewhere else. Because between Iglesias, Mbili, and Martinez, Canelo might get packed up. Canelo might get packed up. And I'm gonna tell you, when I looked at this, I think I did a film study on the Patreon of this guy. Man, dude, this dude a problem. I think he beat up on Benavidez leftovers in amateurs. What's old buddy named David Morrell? I think he beat on David Morrell. The motherfucker. They say he the real Cuban style. They say this the real Cuban style right here. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed. That motherfucker will motherfucker, all he do is hooks. Big facts, they fumble Wilder's development. No, it wasn't Wilder development. They fumbled Wilder as a like, remember you used to play Super Mario? Oh, my bad. He having a bad dream. Hold on. Remember you used to get them keys to Super Mario to unlock Super World? That was that. Wilder didn't need no more development. He was cool. It's just that AJ and Wilder never fought. Who you think Fundora gets Fundora fight? Anybody with a pulse? Anybody with a drug testing kit? And that left glove is, I'm going to say what Tom wouldn't say. That left glove is shady. That left hand, that left hand, Fundora need to be investigated, bro. Fundora definitely, I feel like Fundora definitely, in my opinion, allegedly on that. I just feel that way, bro. I give Fundora credit for getting Keith the ass whooping. Well, Keith Thurman went out on the shield. I don't think a lot of people got to acknowledge that. Keith Thurman ain't still get dropped. Keith Thurman ain't quit. So Keith Thurman showed me that, just like Errol Spence, he willing to go out on the shield. Keith Thurman was still fighting. Keith Thurman just don't use a jab. Keith Thurman just don't use a jab. Shout out to my boy Gary Benson, bro. Appreciate the PayPal. Billy Martinez fight. Yeah, to me, that was the fight of the year. When that last year, that was the fight of the year last year. But Jose Iglesias, man, I'm telling y'all, him and Lester and Mbili, he had Pat Canelo up. A little bit more seasoning, yeah, Pat Canelo up, man. Send that motherfucker to Dubai for fucking to get PP and doo-doo on and ran through. But let's talk about last night. So Keith, Keith, I mean, I knew it. Keith didn't have a jab. Keith had the movement, but Keith didn't have the angles. You got to be able to pivot and punch off angles. And Keith telegraphed his shots. So that's what people don't understand. He loaded on the shots too much, so it's hard to hide. That shot that Mendoza caught Charlo with, not Charlo, but that shot Mendoza caught, he caught Sebastian Fundora with, he just threw it. But let's get into it. Let's go.
How realistic do you think maybe it could be for you to unify titles by the end of the year? It's very realistic. It just things need to be put together right. I don't know. I had a WBO for a little bit, but for some reason those guys were giving me a hard time the whole time. So I'm very comfortable with the WBC. I've been saying this over and over again. I'll fight these guys. I'll unify with these guys, but I'll probably drop the belt right after. I'll beat these guys for the title, take their title, and vacate it right away. They can, or they can keep it, But I'll fight all these champions because that's what we want, right? We want Fundora to fight these champions or fight these fighters. But they can keep the belt after. I don't care. I'm happy with the WBC.
2 more questions.
Sebastian, congrats, great performance. Question for you and for Samson as well. To your point about being the WBC champion, Virgil Ortiz is the interim titleist for your world title. He's obviously going through some issues right now with his promoter, but what do you think of that fight? Why do you feel based on tonight you would beat him? And for Samson, how realistic is that fight to be done this year?
I don't believe it will happen because the boxing world, you have a problem at this moment. And the worst thing sometimes is when management commit a mistake and doesn't recognize it. And when he recognizes it, it's too late. You know, Oscar de la Hoya decided to be my friend and part of my family. He treated that kid very well all his career, but sometimes management get greedy and now he paid the price. What we should talk about Ortiz in this moment, that probably he will not fight for the next year or so. And he will get stripped very soon of the WBC interim. So let's talk about somebody else. Tell me which one you want. And then I can tell you this is possible or not. But Ortiz is out of the game at this moment.
Is the winner of a potential Zayas and Ennis fight then realistic for Sebastian for this year?
Look, if it's in PBC, we have no issue. We're loyal to PBC, and we continue that way.
Translation, no. They already ducked Xander Zayas. He can say, well, you know, the WBO was giving me a hard time. And we know what it is with the WBO. We know for a fact it's what Bob ordered. But at the same time, when Xander Zayas actually tried to negotiate with them, what did he say? He says that they need a 10-pound rehydration clause. I mean, you 6'6" and you demanding a rehydration clause. That let you know everything you need to know right there. He didn't want to fight Xander Zayas. They don't want to fight nobody outside of PBC because he probably is cheating. I'm telling you that right now. Why is they guarding a guy who they're losing money on? Let's talk about that first. Why are they guarding a guy they're losing money on? Last night, that was a Tubi production. The cameras was trash. The commentary was trash. The atmosphere was trash. The only thing that was lit about last night was Jermell Charlo. That's it. Charlo carried the fucking card outside of Mendoza and tell us that was a solid fight. This was trash production. This was trash atmosphere. This was tragic to be on pay-per-view. Let's talk about that. And even in a situation where PBC is on fucking hospice, they still are talking about, oh, we loyal here, we loaded that. Get out of here. Sebastian Fundora is not a draw. And this has been the problem with PBC. I get guarding your king or your queen on the chessboard, which I don't really know how to play chess, but I understand a little bit. But everybody can't be a king or a queen. Let me say this again. Everybody, it's some soldiers, even you watch shit like The Wire, you watch that trash ass shit, The Power, or you watch Snowfall, there had to be pawns. When you go to the military, frontline infantry. It's some guys that, I'm going to tell you a story real quick, right? So I used to work at I'm not going to say, a place who just had a shooting in West Bloomfield, Michigan, an area, right? Full of those people that Floyd getting extorted by, right? You know, some people may read between lines or not. So I used to, when I was in college, when I came back home, I used to wash dishes there. And I worked with a dude. Hold on. Yes, I worked with a dude. He was training me. We were splitting the responsibility, splitting on the schedule. I was part-time, whatever. And, you know, so funny. Every place I work with, the women love me. It's crazy, right? I don't mean in a sexual way like that, you know. But I remember in this 2009, 10 at the latest. So I remember he told me, this is how I learned that what frontline infantry was, because I was about to go to the military a little bit after we had this conversation. And I think he proposed to his girlfriend. And she said no. Long story short, it's a little bit worse, but she said no. He's like, you know what, dude? He was white. He said, I just guess I'll go to frontline infantry now. I didn't know what it was. I looked it up. And like basically he was trying to commit suicide. So he was going to the military anyway. So he was going to marry this girl, going to the military. She didn't want none. He must have been that bad that she didn't want to marry him. He thought, just go. This is basically, what it is. They're committing upper room activity here. They're going on hospice. They're doing the Dr. Kevorkian. I'm showing my age there. This is what it is. How can you continue to protect fighters that bring no value? Is it because you love him as a son? They're protecting people who don't turn a profit. Somebody just got to be frontline infantry. Some people have to be casualties of war. And guess what? Some of those people going to come out on top. Some of those dudes going to come out and be stars. But when you treat everybody like a king, everybody like a queen or whatever, because they got some bitches over there to keep it a bean. You treat everybody special. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. When they all get this type of protection, nobody wins. Nobody wins with the family feuds, but nobody wins when nobody is willing to take sacrifices. And they're protecting somebody that don't nobody care about. Now, I read a tweet that somebody said, well, why don't the Mexicans support him? They don't fuck with the mulattoes. They don't fuck with them mixed Mexicans, bro. This is why they don't claim Roberto Duran being Panamanian. It's too black for them. They don't claim David Benavidez. Because regardless if David wanted to press Canelo, they don't claim him because his mother is Ecuadorian. Even if it's in the Central American hub, they don't claim it. If you are mixed, they don't fuck with you. If you Mexican American and you this, that, and the third, I didn't say The Wire was trash. I said Power was trash. See how motherfuckers misconstrue shit? They don't mess with you like that. So people don't really understand, like, when you start to mix people's ethnicities, most societies don't really fuck with it. Most of those ethnic societies don't mess with it. You know what I mean? Like, they get ostracized. Go read the story about Rudy Gobert that played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think I did a video on it. So that's something that you consider. I think Fundora is Cuban and Mexican. Too black for them. And one of the things about Cuban, they fuck with us. They fuck with black Americans. Out of all the places in the diaspora, for real, Cuba might be on the top as far as our number one allies. All right. But I mean, this is what it is. Even when they're having a garage sale and everything is 5 and below, pun intended, they still want to hang on to this. Fundora he's hiding something, bro. Fundora is high. It ain't that he already got not. Fundora probably is being allowed to do the Orange Juice Jones. Don't touch that coat. I saw you and him walking in the rain. You were holding hands, and I'll never be the same. Got to get back out there with that hush puppy, alley cat coat wearing. Oh my God. Some people is getting this humor, right? But yeah, they protecting somebody that, come on, man. That's my question. Why are you protecting somebody that he don't bring no? That's crazy, bro. That's like giving your bottom chick, like, you got a rotation. That's like giving your bottom chick the same privileges as your fucking ace in a bullpen, bro. That's like you giving a broke down, washed up fucking pitcher the same privileges as Scuba. I literally don't get the business model, bro. You can't protect everybody, bro. And Fundora is hiding something. I promise you that. I think this motherfucker is Ivan Drago. I think something is fishy about that left glove too. And maybe he got a hand thing. He's hiding something, bro. When you got something that's like that, you willing to put him in there with any and everybody. That's my problem. They're hiding something. And he can't even answer his own questions, bro. He can't even fucking talk.
It's very realistic.
And look at him, bling bling. Every time you come around my city, bling bling. WBC chain costs about 10 cents, bling bling.
Need to be put together right. I don't know. I had a WBO for a little bit. But
You didn't want to. You told Xander that you wanted a 10-pound rehydration clause, and you're a fucking 6'6". Come on, man. Bass outdoor, whatever you call that shit. Shirt on.
Those guys were giving me a hard time the whole time.
They wasn't giving you a hard time, pussy. They wasn't giving you a hard time. You didn't want to fight them. You didn't want to fight them probably because it had to be transparency on drug testing.
I'm very comfortable with the WBC.
You're very comfortable. This is why I say abolish belts. This is why I'm with Zuffa. I don't care nothing about their money, their pockets. This is why I say abolish belts. Let these PBCs and these hoe ass niggas have these belts because it's misconception. That's another reason why boxing struggles to be successful with notoriety, especially in America, because you don't know who the champion. Everybody got a belt. He ain't no champ. How has he got a belt, but the guy who don't got a belt in Virgil Ortiz is ranked number one? Not saying they wrong. Sebastian Fundora is a fucking fraud. Nice guy seem like fraud.
I've been saying this over and over again. I'll fight these guys.
Fight them then. Fight him then. You did not fight Xander Zayas to keep your belt. You ducked him. I believe what Xander said. 10-pound rehydration. You ducked him. You had an opportunity to fight a generational talent. What Ryan Garcia? Oh, man, Terrence Crawford ain't fought no young. He tried to fight Sebastian Fundora. Fundora and them faked that his nose was broken. Then I read something where he said in this fight, well, I would have beat Terrence Crawford. Pussy, please. You didn't want to fight him. This is the most lying statement that these fighters use right here. Right here. This is the most lying statement.
I've been saying this over and over again. I'll fight these guys. I'll unify with these guys, but I'll probably drop the belt right after.
I unify with these guys, but I'll drop the belt right after. Why would you drop the belt if you basically saying he ain't paying no sanctioning fees? Even she don't believe the bullshit that's coming out of his mouth. Look at her. And this is what I'm saying. This ain't even real hard media. Because you're going to challenge that statement. And when you're in a controlled environment like that, you ain't even supposed to ask that question. He is a fraud. I'm telling you that right now. There's something that they're hiding about him. Do I get into it because he this tall? I don't really give a fuck. You make the weight, you make the weight. Because you said the same thing about Rafael Espinoza and all these guys. But he is a fraud, bro. He is a fraud. I'm telling you, there's something they're hiding behind him. Why would you tell Xander? I know Xander's a big guy. Man, fuck you, 6'6". Fuck you need a 10-pound rehydration clause versus Xander Zayas for. Fraud. Scam, most likely.
I'll beat these guys for the title, take the title, and vacate it right away.
You won't do shit. You won't do shit. You could have fought Bud. You didn't. You could have fought Xander. You didn't. You could have the WBA and the WBO already. You didn't do it, bro. Stop the cap, man. Zuffa. That's the way. Zuffa. That's the way. Zuffa. That's the way. Remember Mike Epps was on Good City, Bad Kid, or Good Kid, Bad City? Church. That's the way. Oh, swimming pools. Come on, man. Motherfuckers are fraud. Y'all be letting these motherfuckers fool y'all, man. Don't let these niggas trick y'all. He is on something is fishy with him. Something fishy with him. Motherfucker on that Drago. But credit need to be given to Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman went out on his shield. Everybody just want to kick a motherfucker when they down. And Keith Thurman deserved to be kicked when he down. But I will say this. Keith Thurman ain't quit. Keith Thurman ain't touched that canvas. Keith Thurman had dog in him. And what that told me is like guys like Terrence and Earl was going to have to drill him through the canvas. No diddy. That's what that tells me. Keith was tough. And I'm gonna give Keith credit where Keith was tough. Keith was tough. And Keith was tough and durable at 37. You know, that changed my opinion about Keith. Keith was tough. Face didn't hold up, but You know, that's that DeBarge. I like. He said Fundora definitely on that computer. All man, motherfucker on something, bro. I keep telling y'all that, man. Fundora being a coward, not trying to fight the other top guys. He already ducked 2 of them. We getting cheated out of a bunch of action-packed fights. The sad part is I believe Fundora is good enough to beat 2 out of them. Fundora don't believe it. He got to go through that. Take the test. Take the test. He got to take the test. Dog, they're protecting a fucking Tubi actor like he Denzel Washington. No disrespect. Come on. I love Jamar Warlord, but come on, you don't deserve to get protected like Denzel. Fundora Bullseye is 50-50. I believe is good enough to beat Ortiz and Kelly. Anybody can beat Kelly. I can train you to beat Kelly right now. Trash. Scumbag Samson. Been a scumbag. Got a great eye for talent, though. Johnson, salute, man. Kyler Murray, man. Hey, dog. Hey, look, man. You know, they play the Lions in Minnesota, man. If you trying to go, man, come on. I'll buy the tickets. I owe Kobe some shoes, too. Kobe, I got you, bro. I'm going to double your shoes up, bro. I've been moving a little bit hectic. Got some good shit on the way. But, yeah, if you want to go out to Minnesota to watch us beat y'all ass next year, I don't know. I ain't confident about them Lions. But I don't mind. I fuck with Kyler Murray. He an idiot, though. I would love to see him play. Sebastian is going to go on a PBC better. Yeah, I don't like I said before, they keep putting like something got to be wrong, bro. How is they making money over there? I mean, what were they paid last night? I don't think, man. Let me be quiet. These are the fights that they would turn Fundora popularity around and the PBC destroy. It's just like they did with everybody. PBC is great. Plateauing and anomaly talents. I mean, they had better plateauing everybody talent. They took the dog out of Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell used to want to fight everybody. They tamed him. You know, they got mad because he lost to Lomachenko. I mean, it is what it is. At least he was willing to do it. He got penalized for Lomachenko. Then I feel like he got penalized for that interview he did with Fred, which is still, I believe, a top 5 YouTube boxing channel interview of all time. I feel like that's my favorite boxing interview. Bar none ever. That's my favorite. I'll give Fred that shit, and man, that's Fred's greatest contribution into the boxing community. That's one of the greatest contributions. And then when Dante ran down on Mikey for calling Adrian Broner a monkey. I mean, shout out to those, brother. But that Fred Gary Russell, that would be always my favorite boxing interview of all time. I don't give a fuck with Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, and Roy Jones Jr. Nah, that's the best boxing interview I ever seen. They really put him on the shelf after that interview. He said, when the bullets started flying, security guards hit the dog. Who remember that interview, dog? I said, power. Power's trash. He said he and his team moving. Like, of course they is. Nigga probably got a lot to hide. He said you truly understand. Oh, yeah, that was common sense. That wasn't no hard. And I put the prediction on the Patreon. I ain't doing no more boxing predictions on the channel. You gotta get the Patreon. But that wasn't hard, bro. Like that wasn't hard. I didn't do no film. It wasn't hard. Keith don't have a lead hand. And for Keith to get his punches there, Keith load up too much. So that gave Fundora times to get the fuck out the way. Keith had the leg movement, but he didn't have the angles. Did that make any sense? Keith don't pivot. Fighters don't pivot no more. I remember Young Mayweather used to pivot. Chavez used to pivot. Hagler used to pivot. You know what I'm saying? Like when Bud fought Canelo, if you notice, Bud is elite athlete. But the thing about Bud, he understands center. Him and Usyk understand center of gravity. They'll always fight bigger guys better. They understand center of gravity. They understand how to drop their weight. Like, it's like when Usyk fought Tyson Fury. I was telling my man to the boxing voice, Danny, I was like, man, he can't beat him. Usyk gonna fuck him up. He understands how to drop his weight. That's why I feel like if you have sons and daughters, the number one sport to put your kid in, and not even just to keep them, is wrestling. Wrestling is essential for every sport you're gonna play. Even from a conditioning standpoint, if I had children, all of them would do wrestling. All of them would do wrestling. If they was going for football, if they was going for science club. I remember listening to Mario Lopez. I think he was talking to Bud about it. He said, it teaches your children not to quit. It teaches them to fight through adversity, the conditioning, learning center of gravity, learning angles. Wrestling is probably the most top tier for every athlete. It translates to baseball. It translates to golf. It translates to every sport, in my opinion. And Usyk and Bud having that background, when they fight, when you watch Bud, he was able to take the sting off of you. Hear Regis asking Bud how he take the punches. I think really people don't understand boxing, because when you look at Bud, one thing about Bud, when he sat in the pocket with Canelo, obviously he understands when everything get close, everything has to be tight. But he pivoted around Canelo. When he pivots around Canelo, naturally pivoting and taking that angle, you're not just moving around, just pivoting off the angle, it takes the punches, it takes the steam off the punches. So Bud was fighting like this, you know, he's gonna roll with this or whatever hand, or he like, it just looked like Bud was in the inside. And when Bud threw a shot, Bud wasn't sitting there. When you watch Errol Spence, when I really watched Errol Spence and broke down him and Crawford, Errol Spence was just sitting with his all his weight over his front knee, his chin over his front. He'd just throw punches like that. It was an easy call once you watch the Spence and Terrence Crawford. Crawford understood when I'm in there, everything got to be tight. My head got to be off the line. But when he fought Canelo, he knew how to roll those shots by pivoting. He kept boom. Because when Canelo throw a hook and he pivoting, he just gonna catch it. He might throw a right hand. He might catch it. He might throw it back with the boom, boom, boom. And then guess what? Either he was gonna smother it, or guess what? He was gonna step over. He didn't step out of range. A lot of fighters just back up out of range. You throw a straight shot, they chin up in the air, you catch them. Boots do it a lot. Boots bag up with his chin in the air. If you're gonna bag up, you can't bag up with your head on the line. You bag up with your chin in the air, your head on the line. If your chin is down here and you bag up, you got a chance. You're gonna take a shot though. But when you bagging straight back, that head got to be here and you got to be back, or it got to be down. Bud didn't choose to really bag back from Canelo. By Keith Thurman using all that energy, sliding across the ropes, he tired himself out, and that's what I knew. So you in there, he had to keep it tight. You know what I'm saying? When you in there, you got to keep it tight. Catch, shoot. You got to step. He should have just been targeting the body. He should have been shooting a jab to that bicep. He should have been shooting a jab to the solar plex. And he should have just been catching and going just boom, boom, boom to the body. But Keith liked to load up. And that's why I feel like Keith wasn't going to be Mayweather. He wasn't going to be the Crawford. You know, Keith was using big movement, but Keith needed to use tight movement off pivots, feint pivot. You know, keep your head. He just needed to pivot. You know what I'm saying? And fighters don't pivot no more. Fighters don't pivot no more. They don't. You don't see many fighters get in there, and when they fight a puncher or a guy like Fundora, they automatically start moving, and it's just your legs ain't gonna be. Even a young Keith Thurman legs wasn't gonna be able to sustain it, because the Fundora he ain't expending much energy. Just same thing with Tank. When the guys got in there with Tank, they would panic. They would just start moving, and Lamont Roach held his position. Lamont Roach, boop, boop, boop. And Lamont Roach would pivot, smother him. He would smother the power. And he smothered the power kind of the same way Crawford did. Boom, took it, rolled it. He pivoted over. He held his position. When you do all that shit moving around the ring, bro, if you're not setting something up that's going to be significant for real, you're going to get tired, bro. Because the plotters they pacing themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, if somebody say, yeah, you can walk a mile by running 3 or just walking 3 on a treadmill. Most everybody in here that's physically able is going to be able to do that. But they say, okay, everybody needs to do a mile at 7.5 on a treadmill. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, straight without stopping. That's what tanking them. They speed you up. You doing 7.5, 8, 9, and Tank and Fundora just they taking their time. You know, but then when you start to feel the burn, then they boom, boom, you can't move no more. They close that gap. Close the gap because Fundora great at cutting the ring off. He big, but he closed the gap because you start moving without a purpose. He know this motherfucker ain't got shit. Let me close the gap on him. So holding your position is very it's imperative when you fight some guys. When you go back, man, y'all watch older fighters, watch Hagler and Chavez, and you'll see what I'm talking about, the way they get low. And Pernell would do it too. Pernell would get low, and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you just walking, you use them angles, bro. You just turn them. Turning them is a lot less, you burn a lot less fuel just turning them. Also, you take stank off their punches, they miss punches. They start to get tired. But when you start unnecessarily moving without a purpose, you're just gonna get tired. Turning the fighters is pivoting is just a lost art for real. The pivot is the lost art. You know, real talk. Jay Hardaway, salute. Then he dug Crawford, then tried to unify with Backrom. I mean, he dug Crawford. Backrom knocked his ass out in training camp, I heard. The camp before Lubin, allegedly. And then, you know, he didn't want to fight old buddy Xander neither. Fundora dug He did. They lied and said his nose was broke. Remember that? And he said it wasn't. Wait, Devin wanted to fight Fundora? No. I don't know where y'all got that from. He doesn't want no smoke. Gabby is the only real one in the family. That's sad. His sister got more nuts than he does. He said they gonna put Errol Spence Jr. against fight. No, Errol ain't doing that. He gonna fight Tim. His sister last fight was against somebody 20 years older than her, way smarter than her. Yeah, they do the same thing. I heard. I don't watch that. No offense to her. He said he got laid down by the Mendoza before. Remember, he went life and death with Lubin to get. Yeah, I mean. Lubin face just started to get deformed. I mean, when he fight them Florida niggas, they faces start falling apart. He self-admitted he didn't want to fight Crawford. This clown act like we don't remember him saying that. I mean, shit. Danny quit. Danny ain't get paid. Allegedly. So I don't hold that against Danny. He said, how he see well enough to fight? Those glasses are seriously prescription. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why maybe he don't believe in getting laser. You know, I don't blame him, but I know a lot of people that got laser and they A1 from day one. Can't fight with contacts on. Look at these ninjas' faces after they fight. He definitely owns. I mean, some of them. I mean, yeah. I want to see Fundora fight Jerron Ennis. I mean, he fighting Xander's ass. Brother Xander said he signed a contract. We gonna clap back. I gotta watch that Xander. I'm gonna do that Xander tape pretty soon. We gotta watch I gotta watch breakdown Xander, bro. Because I had some people say he can win this fight. I'm like, what? I said, for real? They was like, yeah, man, I think Xander could win this fight. If he do, shit, he a big motherfucker, man. When I saw that interview, man, Xander packed boots up, man. Ooh. It's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burger alarm start ringing.
Sign, seal, and deliver. We got to fight.
Ooh, bet you Biggie won't trip. He said, for sure, I'm free on schedule up this fall. Yeah. We need to make that happen, bro. He said, you get to see Jameer Gibbs in 4K, nigga. He said, PBC punished Errol Spence for losing to Crawford. Of course, they punish him for taking the fight. Petty. I mean, that's why you kind of don't like doing business with niggas, man. Because niggas take shit personal, bro. It's business, man. They did that to Mickey Bay with Mayweather and them. Him and Dewan allegedly had a falling out. His cousin ain't shoved his whole. You can't put personal feelings about above business. I can still have an issue with you, but we still got to get this money. PBC have a real hatred for Crawford. Of course they do. I can't believe people was picking Thurman. Man, you gotta have a jab. But shout out to Thurman, man. He went out like a real nigga, man. Man, Florida should be proud. He ain't quit. He said, I remember when I did wrestling for one season during my senior year of high school. I honestly missed it. Why I was going to join a wrestling club here in Northern Maryland. I was well conditioned. Yeah. Wrestlers is the most underrated in the fight. Keith got cooked. Yeah, boy, you get to a wrestler, he scoop you, nigga. Man, you might as well take me to the king. He keeps look ancient out there. He said reminds me of Boo Boo and Benavidez, Frank Martin. He said you seen the video of Burn. I mean, I don't really care, bro. He can talk the shit he want to talk. I really don't care, dude. I ain't got time to be going back and forth. Shout out to bro. I ain't beefing with no black people. I don't do internet beef, dog. So I don't know. I see him. I don't really care. Shout out to bro. Boots and first Fundora. So I can't believe how much hate Tank gets. He might be the best I ever seen because it's just, man, boy, because his size. Boy, no diddy. Fundora sisters weigh 5'9", bantamweight, tall family. One of y'all need to crack her to get an NBA kid. Do it for the team. Jamel want to fight Earl. Now, of course, he always been hating on Earl, bro. You can already he hate on any twin that hate on their twin, bro. Motherfucker, man. He always had hate for Earl, bro. He was jealous of Earl. He was so jealous he wanted to get close to Earl. Closer than close. Well, let's get closer. Closer than most. South Atlantic Star, great group. Yeah, Jamel is. I mean, we about to get there. Jamel was Hey, one thing you notice about this is what bitches do, but niggas do this shit too. One thing you notice about people getting jealous. I'm looking at Charlie horse. Hold on. The leg is going. Ooh, I just did legs today. Ooh, Charlie horse. That shit. Oh my god. Boy, oh boy. That shit will. Man, I put some icy hot. That bitch still tight. Now I have to put some heat on this bitch. Man, that's why I like sitting still after I do legs. If I'm gonna keep moving. But we back. I need to put some sea salt in this fucking water. That Charlie horse, man. That Charlie horse grab my ass. I told you. But we talking about we gonna get there. But I want to get to something else real quick. Ooh, shit. Man, ain't gonna be no cheek clapping tonight. Straight riding. No cheek clapping tonight. Man, that's why when I get from leg day, this shit was fucking a long one. That's when I get out of leg day, I fuck around and I walk miles. Okay, we don't know what's going on. Here we go. Here we go. Boy, oh boy, Keith Thurman wife gonna file for divorce on Monday. You can win, Rocky.
You just wanted to open it up. Obviously, certainly not the result you wanted. Just thoughts on the fight and what happened.
Well, first off, man, it was just a great fight. Thank God, man. It's beautiful boxing, big stage. It felt good to be on that stage once again. Fundora's a tremendous champion. But whoever the fuck that referee was, don't hire him for fucking main event shit ever again, man. Real talk. Do you remember Eric Morales versus Marcos Maidana? Do you remember how many times people fought with broken orbital bones? Shit's not even broken, man. Never got dropped in the whole fight. I'm getting caught on the back end of punches. The referee told me in the locker room, show me something. Move your feet, duck your head. I won't stop the fight. I'm using my legs. I'm getting caught on the back end. I wasn't buckled. He just jumped in like a white rabbit, man. So them little hoppy referees, they're not made for main event boxing. The fight was getting fun. The people were standing on their feet. We were just getting into the grind, And he was getting really comfortable swinging wide. Swinging big, swinging wide. Because he's young, because he trains hard, he put that press. Because he's a volume puncher. He put that press, and the referee reacted to that, So, Fundora's preparation, his fight style, it all ended up planning out for him. But as an OG, man, 4 more minutes, it would have been a lot of fun, I promise you. 4 more minutes, and he could have made a mistake right in front of me, man. I was waiting for it. I knew it was going to be one of these kind of tough fights against a young champion, and I had that long-term vision, but the ref didn't let me get there, man. So it was unfortunate, but I'm grateful, I'm okay. I'm able to talk to you guys. I don't need to be in the hospital. Everything is what it is. I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, ICI, and just,
ICI is wild. ICI as a sponsor is wild. I mean, I feel like he's sincere about it. I feel like some people say, "Oh, man, why you stop the fight?" And it's just a role. I think he's sincere about it. Yeah, I mean, this is a gladiator sport. When Wilder said, "Hey, man, let me get sent to the upper room," he meant it. I feel like Keith Thurman meant it. You know what I'm saying? I think Keith Thurman deserved to go out on his shield. I think Keith Thurman earned that as an OG in the game. And if you want to know who the ref was, it was Thomas Taylor, Newport Beach, California, from Wisconsin. So, I mean, maybe he cared about the fighter. Maybe he cared about the fighter. I'm not mad at the stoppage. I'm not mad at it at all. But I feel what Keith coming from, you know, when you might not have got paid last night, might be your last hoorah. Yeah, you deserve to go on your shield, out on your shield. So, yeah, I mean, shit, you know, maybe they should sign a waiver. Like, when I'm dead, then you can stop the fight. Shout out to Chuck. Yeah, I'm dead. Stop the fight. Then, hey, sign that waiver. But he saved some years on your life. He said, F all that. It's your boy AB about Bitcoin. He said, no, Boost got to get the W over Xander. Man, if Xander beat Boost, man, it's going to be quiet than a motherfucker on the internet. It's going to be a lot of John. We ain't going to hear John. We ain't going to hear Bull. Hey, man, motherfuckers we ain't going to hear nothing from Kensington, North Philly, AR, Ab AR, no Meek, no $1 million worth of game. You ain't going to hear nothing. You ain't getting actually gives happen to you. It could if you stay healthy. I don't hear Nate. I ain't gonna hear Nathan. And ain't gonna be no flip side, my baby mama. Ain't gonna hear nothing from them niggas, man. They ain't gonna be. I'm a hustler. I'm a man. Them niggas gonna start, you know, selling bean pies and final. Hey, my brother, is deeper than boxing. Salaikum salam, halam, Hamid, Jabbar, Akbar Jr. Want a final call, my brother? Fundora had to say if they want to unify. Man, PBC ain't got no. That was a fucking Tubi event last night. Shit. He said Terrence Crawford 100 times better than Tank David. I ain't getting into all that closer than that. I guess Fundora gonna be the PBC champ, man. Once Moses started throwing that left hook more, it's gonna, man, shit, that motherfucker made your body rock when he threw that bitch. Today was the good day to work out, man. Shit, you ain't lying. Until I called the Charlie horse shit. Now I gotta keep my legs straight. Try to instantly turn you into Calvin from the grocery store skip me. You ain't lying. I had to straighten that bitch. I only got it because I was stepping over Miles. I was about to step on him. He was dodging and my leg was like, I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, now I'm keeping locking up. Shit. Then that boy got the flu flops put on him. He said, wife's not a Keisha. She'll stay. I don't know. He got a passport. Do you got your passport? Do you got your shots? Do you want to come back to America? Come on, man. Next thing you know, she going to be at Rick Ross' house across Florida. So that boy got the time. Martin. I mean, shout out to him. He said they better check Fundora. Hell yeah. The ref said keep Thurman like he did. But hey, man, I get it. When you sign up for this shit, man, you know, I appreciate Keith Thurman warrior spirit. I feel like he was sincere. Said Keith, last time we seen Thurman's delusional and got packed up, man. Keith, the ref saved your life. Remember, who came? Was that Lupe Fiasco who came out with that song "Hip Hop Saved My Life"? I think it was about Young Thug, a Slim Thug. He said, let him go out on the shit. Yeah, let him get packed up. Thomas Taylor been doing a lot of main events recently. He did Crawford and Canelo. Yeah, shout out to him. He said, "Nah, career." Oh, we about to get to that. Don't worry. He said, "Where the blood coming from?" Did he have? Yeah, he had a cut. You already know. Probably one of these abrasions, or it might have just been abrasions on his face. And then they kind of because you know the reason it kind of like turned purple and reddish is because the blood in your body is actually blue. Oxygen turns your blood red, so that's probably why you kind of get the purple. And the purple is like, I ain't out the body yet, I ain't hit the oxygen yet, but it's still like fucked up. Keith Thurman got dropped. I could see the stoppage. Yeah, Keith going to Zuffa. He gonna have a mic at Zuffa. Welcome one and all back to our main event. Motherfucker gonna be fucking Keith Buffer Thurman. Keith got his hairline pushed back so far last night. He wants a glimpse of a ponytail, y'all. Wow. Boost speed gonna be a problem for Xander. Yeah, early on, it definitely gonna be a problem. I was laughing at Jamil going off on. Hey, that's what he went off on. He was about to smack Sean ass. Boy, oh boy, he'd hit that white boy. He'd have been up under the Vegas jail. Boy, oh boy. Man, that's what he's about to smack. He about to smack Sean. He about to smack Sean. Sean was gonna be lawsuit. He gonna find out he has $5 to his name. He about to smack the bread out of Sean ass. Sean ain't give a fuck. Sean like, go ahead. I got white privilege. I'm suing you. Shit. Boost lose. Benny Siegel closing the food truck for a month. That's one of my favorite rappers. BC got that Arctic flow. Yeah, BC is dope. Bread and Butter. It's one of my favorites. Bean songs. He said Jamil got mad because Sean told him the truth. He mad emotional. I didn't see. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. You couldn't see what Sean. He about to hit Sean, bro. He for sure. One more. Don Julio got the juice wasted. Her juice. OJ the Juice Man got arrested for DUI. One more. I was just saying they better get Sean away from Jamil. Man, he gonna run up on the wrong reporter. Shit, some niggas be having that blicky on their ass or that blade on them. Gonna run up on the wrong nigga. Gonna run up on the wrong nigga. They be thinking all these reporters is just like squares, man. I'm telling you right now. Gonna wake up. Take me to the king. Like, leave niggas alone. Y'all be thinking y'all the own you a fighter, bro. They be thinking I'm a fighter and I can, man, nigga will give you when I leave niggas alone, bro. Unless you really trying to disrespect me, dog. I ain't even trying to get into none of that, bro. Cause I already know these over emotional ass niggas where it's gonna go. I don't even want no issues with nobody. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. If you want to do something, see me in public. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. I ain't trying to hear no. You can talk all that shit on the internet. Oh man, we supposed to be pop. No, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Like at all. Real respectfully, dog. Niggas get too comfortable on this internet shit. I don't do all that.
So why did you if you don't defend it for 4 years, they're gonna get taken off you. You know, I get that, but they didn't even give me a chance. 4 years, motherfucker. I ain't even have to make 4 years. Since 154. What the fuck are you talking about? Since 154. Since 164. I've been out there since 2023. And I've been asking every day to come back. But we ain't gonna tell them that. We ain't gonna tell them that. But we here. We've been here a long time ago. Y'all was giving everybody else fights. Only issue with Arnold is he got in the ring for Fundora. You can't handle that. You can't handle that. You can't beat Fundora. I just watched him. He can't beat Fundora. I just watched him. Now, if he can beat Fundora, fight me first. Who's this you're saying? Fight you first. You talk about Keith Still or something? My face, dude. That's somebody.
He called on everybody. Thank you.
Everybody can't beat me. Who can beat me at this division?
If you had a choice right now, who would you pick? Like, who would be like,
hey, dog, you about to smack Sean. I can't show y'all the video, though.
That bitch they just fought. Fundora, what the fuck you talking about? I think Fundora just got the belt. That's my belt. Nobody took my title. Nobody. I lost my title because I fought Canelo. Get the money, dummies.
No other
politics. Money, dummies.
Other politics looking out for you.
And they be wondering why he can't get a fight, bro. You wonder why niggas can't get a fight. Look how you speaking to the media and you talking to Sean like, oh, y'all don't give me no fight. Is Sean a matchmaker? Why would they give you a fight and you could fight brother you could fight brother you could fight Tony Harrison. Was he correct about Earl not being able to beat Fundora? I think so. But he said, if you want to fight him, fight me first. So, I mean, at this point, if they can get $70 out of me, whatever they charge me, at this point, I would pay. If Earl come back and look good versus Tim Tszyu, I fuck that. I ain't even got to fight Tim Tszyu. I would legit pay for Earl and Charlo, bro. I just pay for that fight alone. I pay for that fight alone. I would pay for that fight alone. That's the type of build up you need, bro. Like, I pay for that fight alone. That shit is hilarious, bro. And for Earl to know that motherfucker been feeling like that since, when y'all was cool. So Charlo not telling the truth. He overpricing himself to come back in the ring, and then also people not gonna demand coming back in the ring and you being volatile towards people and shit. You being angry towards these fans. I mean, you was shut your bitch ass up and stuff. Like, I don't know, Sean was like, like you couldn't see Sean, but like, sad, bro. Sad. He was on one last night, but he was the main event. He was the main attraction last night. Without Charlo, that whole card was triple wood. Didn't he tell Rolly that old buddy B Devin Haney was gonna whoop him too? Like, he was on one last night. So at least he, the closed mouth getting fed. At least the closed mouth getting fed. That's what I can say. He opened his mouth, and maybe he'll find something.
What happens when Devin fights Rolly? I don't know, dog. Devin can fight. He got skills, bro. Let's be real. This nigga don't got a lot of skills and shit. Devin got some.
So he's standing right next to Rolly saying this. So context.
But Bill a bitch, so we don't know. Bill built that bitch. Bill built that bitch. You know what I mean? Bill talk that shit. Hey Steve, what's wrong with that nigga, bro?
So that was Steven Espinosa right there.
Hey Rose, if you fight Devin, all you gotta do is keep your hands up, right? Throw that left hook. Hey, don't do that noise. If you do that, hey, you come to camp in Texas. I got you, bro. I train you. I help you. Is the noise a bad thing? Is the noise a bad thing? Is that I like that. Stop you. Not doing that. You can't fuck with me, nigga. All you is, I'll beat your ass up. That's smart.
Yo, this nigga was 0-1 last night. Dog, Jermell Charlo was the MVP of this whole card, bro. He's saying this right next to Rolly. And I guess Rolly, he said, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. He said, this nigga right here ain't got a lot of skill. He said, don't make that noise. I hate that shit. God. Yeah, he said something about Bill. You know what I'm saying? That shit was funny, dog. Whoever booked Charlo to be at this fight, bro, chef's kiss. Dog, this shit was the funniest shit. He was the funniest nigga of all time last night, dog. He told this nigga, man, Devin gonna beat your ass. He said, stop making that fucking sound. Come to Texas, I'll train you to stop making that sound. Yeah. He said, Devin gonna beat your ass. Niggas got a problem with Bill. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Hold on. He said Sean told him he lost his belt because he fought at super welterweight and he got mad. I mean, that's true. He said, I ain't lose it. I mean, he true. He didn't lose it. He said Keith was getting beat up. Yeah, he was getting packed up last night. Charlo knows better than to smack Sean. He definitely would have smacked up Keyshawn, though. Sean KOs Charlo. What if the reporter has hands grappling ability? Man, shit. What if the reporter got a strap? Pow! He said, dank. He said, I miss Keith getting socked out. He said, dang, I think he said Sean caught and KOs Charlo. It'll be the fun, man. He ain't the Charlo who got smacked by Plant, though. Jermell said Earl can beat Fundora and said Earl should fight him for I mean, I agree with all of that, to be real. He said drunk, fight Tony. I agree with that. Fight Tony Harrison. Gil Jones, stop asking. He said Fundora beats Earl worse than the car accident. Damn, y'all wild. Y'all wild. He said Keith called Jermell out and he turned it down because he wanted $5 million. Masked man, salute. Being disrespectful. Dog, he violated Rolly, bro. He took Rolly manhood. I'm sorry to see Father Time Thurman to get his ass kicked. I hate that guy. Damn. He said, laugh my ass out. He had me cracking. He told Rolly he had no skills. He said Jermell was also talking shit about, yeah, I heard that part. He said Rolly should perhaps responded with, at least I know when I'm fighting next to you. And he probably would have socked Rolly ass. He ain't need to come at Bill like that. He needs class and edit. I mean, them niggas mad. He probably ain't talked to his father in forever. He said Jermell don't like Devin, but he really don't like Bill. He said he was really grabbing all on Rolly. Yeah, he was sunning Rolly. Like when Bud put his arm around T.O., that shit looked like extortion. Just like Connor Ben, they both bullying Rolly. He said, Charlo said, my wife behind you don't play with me left. This shit is crazy, dog. These niggas bad. Well, let's get to Christian Shields and close it out. No father figure. You got a partner, nigga. Starting to darken my heart and get to my liver. It's the Rock. It's the Rock. It's over. Benny Siegel, Math Hoffa. It's the Dynasty of Million. Hold on. Damn, I got it. Hey, I see all niggas DM me. I don't even be looking. My bad, y'all. No father figure. You got a partner, nigga. Hold on, we trying to pull this up now. Bear with me. Okay, I don't know what the fuck going on now. Okay, let's get there. Can we get there? Okay, I don't know what's going on. We trying to find this. Where she dissed Keith at. We're still looking. Here we go. I don't know what her issue with Keith is. I think she wants some diddly. But hold on before we do this. Hold on. Let's play this first. Hold on. Before we get into this. I think she want Keith to hit his Dougie on her. That's what I think. I think she want Keith. I think she really want Keith, bro. That's what I really think. Or something happened behind the scenes between her and Keith. I really think she was.
Shields, I don't know what state she from, man. They got legalized marijuana out there. What's she smoking on, bro? You know, we all saw her get dropped by her sparring partner, man. You know, it is what it is, man. She a female with an erection, baby. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, she just talks a lot of talk.
And like I said, if I'm Keith and I don't feel like retiring, hey, sign me up. Man, I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that shit. If I'm Keith, sign me up. I get in there with Clarissa's 10s, 12s, 8s, 4s, and ho. Hey, man, I get in there with Clarissa. If I'm Keith, I'm tired of these women talking shit. If I'm Keith, man, send the contract. I'm packing her up. If I'm Keith, I'm packing her. Women talk too much shit, bro. And motherfucking men got all this leniency and all this. Okay, no, man. Somebody need to violate, man. Somebody need to, man, remind her what that Brad did to her. You tired of this feminist shit? Okay, man. Fuck it. Let's do pros versus Joes versus hoes. Let's do Joes versus hoes. Fuck that. Let's do Joes versus hoes. Let's get this. If I'm Keith, I'm going in there and packing her the fuck up. I'm about to show her. If I'm Keith, come on, man, send a contract. I'll write that bitch up myself. Fuck all that. Oh, man, you can't hit him. Nah, fuck that shit, dog. They running their mouth. They doing too much yip yapping, bro. Enough, nigga. We need to start demonstrating, bro. But she said, yeah, Keith got beat so bad that the ref had to say him got beat the fuck down. Say what you want. I ain't never got my ass kicked like that, especially in a world title fight. This hoe better hope she don't never lose, bro, because she lost the MMA already. But she better hope she don't never lose in the boxing match, because she do, man, she gonna do self-deletion. She going to the upper room If I'm Keith, man, I ain't got shit to lose, man. Joes versus hoes, bro. Let's do it, Keith. I got the idea. We can get the production company going on. Fuck that. Pack her the fuck up, bro. Pack her up. Enough of this shit, dog. I'm tired of hearing a woman can do this. A woman, cool. But then when you start talking about let's draft y'all to the military, oh, I'm just a girl. Nah. Put her in the ring with Keith. I will pay my $100 advance fee for the pay-per-view. Keith wear the same size gloves as she do. This ain't no Sabrina versus Steph Curry with a 3-point line. You shoot with the girl. Nah. They gonna be in 10s. They both gonna be in 12. Man, and pack her the fuck up. Let her know the box get wet. It don't get hard like she got a fucking Johnson & Johnson. Pack her the fuck up. I'm tired of this bitches talking shit, nigga. You get tired of that shit, bro. They should be held accountable for the words. Hold her accountable, Keith. You gonna get paid if Al don't take it, allegedly. Pack her up, bro. Fuck all this. I spar her. No, spar her with your two God-given Florida hands and pack her the fuck up. Fuck all that, dog. Pack her up. Put the fucking Indiana Fever, the LA Ace, put them hoes in the Western and Eastern Conference in the NBA, and let's prove a point, motherfucker. Put them in PSL league in New York City. Put one of them I'm tired of this shit. Put them in the motherfucking I'm tired of that. Tired of it, bro. Pack her up. You can't try to promote yourself without a man. Papoose, the other nigga you allegedly was with. Keith Thurman, I can beat this guy. I can beat that guy up. I mean, okay, let's see it. I want to see it. Did y'all see the big fella who fought two girls inside the octagon? Did y'all see that clip? I want to see it. And if she get packed up and go to the upper room, I don't care. Remember what they did to the brother James Ali Bashar? Y'all forgot that shit. How our brother snuck that nigga, man. Get out of here, man. They talk too much, dog. Stay in your lane, like LeVar told that female reporter, dog. They go, men ain't men no more. Yeah, because of the laws. Remind her, Keith, this is your payday, bro. Pack her up. Pack her up. Have no mercy on her. Pack her up. We need Edwin Valero back. He'd have packed her ass up. Hey, man, we need Chris Benoit in this bitch. I think she just wants she won't Keith Johnson & Johnson. She want to creep with Keith. And I creep, yeah, just keeping on the down low. So Papoose won't have to know. And I creep, yeah, just keep it on the down low. And put your rubber on tonight. And I... You know, TBS, the movement. Shout out to the brother ministers. Yeah, these bitches ain't shit. Let's go to the comment section, right? Tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of these. They running their mouth. Run your mouth about fighting Asia Wilson or some shit. Shout out to Asia Wilson. Since you think you can beat a man, fight Fundora then. She ain't comment to that. I'll fight his sister, though. He said, I've been reading your threads. All the anger once again is coming from a sensitive man. And he called her man. I call out Fundora Clarissa since you want to fight a man so bad. I'm with that. Wear that same shit he be wearing his gloves when he fought Lubin and Keith too. Let me stop. Look like Lubin in the face. I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. Let me stop, bro. Let me stop. I'm just tired of her, bro. Respectfully, bro. I'm just tired of it, bro. They always push this feminist shit. And then when it was time to get drafted and shit, oh, I'm just a girl and I can't. Nah. I can do anything you can do, ass motherfucker. Shake my head while you are attempting to emasculate. You only rub more and more people the wrong. Exactly. He said, chill out, champ. Keith was willing to die in that bit. He was. That motherfucker, I'll die for this shit. Remember Day said, I die for this shit. Time for security. I die. He was, like, that's what he wanted to do. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say, I die for my mama. I die. I go out of my shit. Until you get in that position. Sound good. Ooh, UConn winning. Ooh, woo. Let's go, UConn. 1 second left. Pack them dookies up. Hate Duke. Man, oh man. Stay humble because your day could be. You ain't lying. I always have to remind myself that your day could be coming. Your day can be coming. Your day could be coming. Corny ass Carissa Shields. Fight Fundora then. Keith has never fought a Walmart cashier. These niggas is going, uh-oh. Wow. And she drop. Man, she bust that coochie open and I tell her, bring it back. She bust eagle. Boop. Motherfucking pad. Fucker. That pad moved to her asshole in that bitch. That pad moved into that tailbone pad we used to wear in Little League football and shit. You make it hard to support. You're fucking annoying. I got to agree, man. Tell her bring it right about that pussy up, and then I tell her bring it back. My dugget. Hey, when you get that fucking rotisserie chicken from Walmart or Sam's Club or wherever y'all go get it from, that's how. Hey, that's how the legs be tied on that bitch. You gotta cut the rubber. You chew rubber meat. You like what? That bitch like a turducken. That shit, he needs some milk. That's a turducken right there. I bet that cat fired from that position. Bet that bitch squirt from that position. Oh, I bet, man, it's like going to the water park. Ooh, UConn beat Duke. Bye-bye, Dukies. Take a Duke for Duke. When you take a Duke tonight, do it for Duke, bruh. Just hush sometime. They killing her. Even Shaka to God. Yeah, because you're not fighting no real common, nor are you fighting anyone that's actually good with many advantages over you. Don't forget, Keith is an old lion chasing a young one. You a young one that was chasing an old, and I mean old lion, and he talking about Layla Ali. Boost that boosty open and bring back. Oh man, okay, that was our comedy hour for today. There were some references in there that might go over people's heads. But yeah, I'm tired of hearing that feminist shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit no more, man. Because oh man, if I hit her, nah, fuck that, Keith, hit her. I'm tired of hearing that shit, dog. Let's move on to something more productive. You know what I'm saying? Just tired of hearing that shit. Leave Keith alone, shit, man. But if I'm Keith, nigga, I sit in that contract on Monday. I remember when Jamel ran up on Javante Davis and Adrian Brown. Yeah, them niggas was shook. He one of the retarded ass niggas in the hood, man. You got to watch him. You got to keep your finger on the trigger. Jamel Punk, little Tank backstage. Shit, Tank the size of his shoestring. Or the height. Chris a while for talking about Keith. She seems really serious about fighting him. Man, Keith probably hit it and quit it. Bro. Or Keith gave her the Heisman. Keith one time Thurman don't date black women. I don't like to be emasculated. She needs some milk. She gets folded with a body shot. She won't keep the folder like a futon. She won't keep the buzzy open and I tell her bring it back. My dog said Carissa was a female. That be crazy. Crazy work. Rolly and Triple G. Yeah, Rolly too. Rolly, oh no, man. Fuck that, man. Rolly, I get that money too. Shit. She been on Keith Helmet for a while. I don't know why. Dude, cool, man. Cause she wants some, bro. Keith was like, I don't date black women. Oh my God. Keith was like, I don't date black women. She like, it's just sex. I don't care. You ain't got no real hair. Keith, one time Thurman. Don't want that. My hair longer than yours. Not Edwin though. Crispin dog. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this off, man. This is one for the books. Sebastian would slap Christian's face purple. Yeah, we got the jumper. The hood. White boy had Clarissa Shields, man. That bitch was in what they call it, the having the baby pose when you stretching. That shit do feel good though. Said bitches think they crazy until they get around a certain nigga, they quiet, and you ain't lying. Charlo. I know Charlo wife, but I can't wait till this nigga wait till this nigga retire so I can just divorce him and call the police and divorce him. But that's all I had, man, bro. Yeah. P, appreciate y'all. Stay black, stay Hector, stay Brad. Don't